This instance is hosting an online boutique application. First, let's take a look at the top of the screen. You'll see a not secure warning. This is because we're currently accessing the HTTP version of the site, which doesn't have an SSL certificate. If I attempt to switch to HTTPS, we'll run into connection issues since there's no listener configured on that port yet. Now, let's navigate to the Instance Details section. Here, you'll notice that there are currently no SSL certificates associated with this instance. Let's proceed to the Configuration tab. I'll click on the Edit Configuration button, and the first step is to select the Add File option on the right. At this point, I have the option to upload a new SSL certificate or a CA bundle. If I had an existing certificate uploaded, I could simply select it from the list. For today's demo, however, I'm going to create a new certificate and manage it directly through the NGINX One platform. This choice not only keeps our certificates organized, but also simplifies the process of rotating or updating them when necessary. Plus, I can utilize this certificate across other instances seamlessly. If I prefer not to store it within NGINX One, I can toggle that option off, allowing direct deployment to the data plane. Now, let's assign a name to our certificate. I'll call it NGINX. Next, in the configuration area, I'll paste in the information for both the certificate and the key. Just a quick note, we're working with self-signed certificates today. After entering the details, I'll click Save and Continue. The next step is setting the file path to the NGINX folder. I will name them the server certificate along with its corresponding server key. Let's click Add Now, and you'll notice two new objects appear in the file tree, our certificate and key. Let's move over to the NGINX configuration file to reference both the certificate and key. I'll click Next, and here you can see a diff that clearly indicates what I've removed and added. Time to hit Save and Publish. We've successfully published the configuration. Refreshing the page shows an HTTP failure. When we go to another tab and refresh, the page works, even though it is still marked as not secure due to our self-signed certificate. Importantly, the HTTPS version is now functioning properly. Let's head back to the NGINX One Cloud Console. In the Details section, you may notice that this certificate is set to expire soon, within the next 30 days, in fact. To manage this, let's navigate to the Certificates section on the left under the Manage category. Here you'll spot two tabs, one for managed certificates and another for unmanaged ones. Unmanaged certificates are recognized from the configuration, providing valuable metadata without actually storing the files. This setup enables us to monitor expiration dates effectively. On the other hand, managed certificates are stored directly within NGINX One, allowing us to manage them easily. This means I can use the same certificate key across multiple instances without having to re-upload. I can simply deploy it from the console whenever needed. Since this certificate is expiring soon, I'll click Edit Now. I'll copy and paste the new certificate and key, then click Save. Great. However, it's important to note that the instance isn't running the latest version we just deployed. Now, let's proceed to deploy the new certificate to the instance. Awesome! The new certificate has been published for the instance. The best part is that if the certificate is used across multiple instances, you can update it all at once instead of one by one. Let's also deploy the new certificate to the other instance. It has been successfully published. Let's go back to the instance and verify that if the certificate is updated. In just a few simple steps, you can efficiently manage certificates using the NGINX One Cloud Console.